Hey everyone, my name is Chloe, and today I'm here to do my October favorites. So I have seen a bunch of random people do this, but mostly Lauren from Lauren in the Books. Every month she sits down and tells you her favorite things, like books, things she's watched, things she's eaten, things she's done, things she's listened to, all of that. So I'm going to try it out today. Let me know your thoughts if you like this, if you don't like this. Some months I'm going to have a ton, and some months I may not have anything. So let's just get into it and we'll see how it goes. So the first thing I'll do is books, because that's kind of why we're here. So my favorites of this month, I think, were truthfully like just graphic novels. Like I read, I think, 4 graphic novels this month. I read New Kid, Class Act. Those are both by Jerry Craft. I read White Bird by R.J. Palacio and Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell. And I just kind of forgot like how much I love graphic novels, and like you can get through them so quickly that it makes you feel really like accomplished. And the artwork was so good in all of them. White Bird was so emotional. Just to be able to do that in like so few words is really special, and it's something that I don't read enough of. And like New Kid and Class Act were both very, very important reads, especially for middle grade, regarding race. And I forgot how much I love them. Like I know I love my short books sometimes, but graphic novels, where have I've been sleeping on it. So that's probably the best thing I've read. I have been listening to the Spawned podcast. It's 2 moms talking about mom issues, and I just love like parenting podcasts, but these are again just like women talking about like women issues too. There's stuff about being a woman, about being a mom, about just everything, and they like become your friends. And Spawned is one that has been going on for years and years and years. And so I went back to the very beginning and I've been listening to it. They are the people that do Cool Mom Picks, like PICKS. And so they do, and like Cool Mom Tech, Cool Mom Food. So they have all these different things. It's a great resource. Their kids are older than mine, so some of it I'm just like filing back away for when my kids are older, but I'm loving listening to that. Watched. So football. You guys, if you have watched this channel, I love football. It's one of my favorite things about fall. K-State, the Chiefs, Texas, those are my 3 teams. And I just love watching football. I love even just having it on in the background. Like the sounds of football are really comforting to me, which is weird because I have brothers, but they all played baseball. They were not football players. I don't know what my obsession with football is, but I think because we as a family, my whole family has gone to K-State like generations back. And so my family has season tickets, and it was just always a thing we did. And like to this day, we don't go this year because of COVID, and it's weird, but Jeremy and I met at a K-State football game, and I don't know, football is just very important to me, so I really like that. The other great thing that I've watched is Hallmark movies. Hallmark, I think it was Jeremy's birthday, which was October 25th. They premiered their first Christmas movies of the year, and this has been so awesome. If you have not heard of the service Frndly, it's Frndly, so Frndly without the vowels. I paid $5.99 a month, and it is Hallmark movie, Game Show Network, and just like a couple other things. It's not a lot, and you can do like different levels where you can DVR and that kind of stuff, but I think it's at most like $7.99. Anyway, you get both Hallmark channels, and so I have been watching Hallmark movies in the middle of the night, and just so much goodness. I saw Christmas Joy was on there, and that is a book by, I think, Nancy Nagel, maybe, and I haven't watched it yet. I didn't love the book, but I just love Christmas book to movie adaptations. And you guys, I want to live in one of these Hallmark Christmas movies, because everywhere you go, there are lights and there's garland, and like every single business, restaurant, whatever is like decked to the nines. Even like the train station was all decked out, trees everywhere. And like, I just want to live in one of these worlds. Why is our world not like that? Because I think it's so sad when you go places during Christmas and you like expect to see Christmas stuff and it's not there. It's like because aside from Christmas, at least in my area, December's kind of gray. So I love Hallmark movies. The next thing I'm going to talk about are like products or things that I have found that I think you guys might like too. So, of course, none of these are sponsored, but an automatic can opener. This, you just like put it on your can, push this little button, and it does its little thing all by itself. So we had like a regular can opener that you use with your hand, you know, a manual one. And for some reason it stopped like cutting the things or peeling or whatever, however it works. It stopped working. So I got this. It's like $20 on Amazon. I think you can buy them anywhere $15 to $20 on Amazon. And I love this because you just set it on and then you can walk away, and dinner time and meal prep time is always crazy around my house, and like I need like octopus arms, and so being able to do this is awesome. So the other thing is this. It is a half-gallon water bottle. Mine is this brand. I don't even know. I think it was like $15, and they have tons of different options, but this is a half gallon. They say to try to drink a gallon a day, especially when you're nursing. So I bought a 1 gallon bottle a few months ago. I don't even know. And you guys, when it was full, it was like heavier than my child. And it was like a two-handed. I couldn't, especially like when I'm feeding Annie, I get so thirsty that like having this little handle is clutch, because even when it's full, it's heavy, but not that heavy. So I just drink this twice a day. I was finding that like just regular cups, I had to fill them up so often, I wouldn't do it. Like I wouldn't take the time to go fill them up. And so this has definitely increased my water consumption and decreased my consumption of like Powerade and things like that, I would like, we were just throwing away so many, not throwing away, we recycle, but recycling so many bottles that I didn't feel good about that. So this definitely has increased my water consumption, and I really like that. So, the last thing, like I told you guys, this month I'm just like brimming with them, and I don't know if it's because it's the first month or what's going on, but Native deodorant. So Native is a brand of deodorant that is completely like all natural, no aluminum, none of the stuff that they say could potentially have cancer-causing agents, none of that. And one of my friends texted me, and she was like, hey, Native has sugar cookie and like different Christmas smells or holiday smells. And so she was saying how excited she was that she was going to smell like a Christmas cookie all day. And I was like, you know, I'm not a fan of Native. I've tried it before. It didn't work for me. I didn't like it. Yada, yada, yada. And she was like, try it again. Because they, like, when I tried it was when it was like brand new. And so I don't know if they've changed their formula or if I just bought, I think I bought unscented because I have really sensitive skin. But I was like, okay, so I bought a $2.99 little sample thing that is not in here. It is comically tiny. It'll probably last like a week or two. It's not big at all. It is definitely a more expensive deodorant. But I bought it, and you guys, it's working. I bought the sugar cookie, and it works as well or better than my like clinical strength secret whatever I was using before. And so I just feel a little bit better about putting it on my body, especially I know there's been some correlations with breast cancer and that kind of thing. I don't know anything, you know, I don't know if that's an actual causation or not, but I just feel a little bit better about doing that. So, Native deodorant is definitely something I would say check out if you're interested. That's it for products. So food. Of course, with COVID, we are not going out to eat or doing anything like that. I also live in a relatively small town in Kansas, and so even if we were, like, I can't really say that I would be like, oh, we tried this cool new restaurant, because we really have chains and a very few local things. But it's kind of slim pickings around here. So I make a sauce that I've been putting on everything. So I am a cilantro lover. I know that's kind of controversial. Some people hate it. Some people love it. I love it. And so I mix cilantro, avocado, spinach, water, salt, and jalapenos. And you blend it all up, and it just becomes this like sauce that you can drizzle over anything. And it's so good. Like I put it on enchiladas or tacos or just anything. It is so, 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 so good. I have been loving it. If you're interested in like the recipe, let me know. I will tell you down below. But honestly, I just kind of wing it until texture looks right. So I've been loving that. And also like like a queso dip kind of thing because I'm lactose intolerant. That we think my girls are. So anyway, we don't do cheese or anything, but a queso dip that we also do is you take, I think, a cup to a cup and a half of cashews, a cup of water, two small cans of diced green chilies, and some salt, and you blend that up, and it turns into like a white queso. So good. So good. So I'm like a dip person. I can eat veggies and dip and like every kind of dip, and I just love that. Or like, I'm not a huge salad dressing fan, but I'll put like that cilantro stuff on top of salads, and it's so good. And so all the dips all the time. I love both of those. Next is things I did or activities. So as far as like kid things go, we have been doing a lot of fall crafts. If you've been watching this channel in the vlogs, you'll see we do a lot of fall crafts. For me, like October 1st, I'm not a huge fan of Halloween, but October 1st, I'm like, okay, let's do this. Let's start the holiday season. So I'm a former kindergarten teacher, and rules have changed kind of over the years, but it used to be like, come October, you were doing pumpkin counting things and witches and ghosts and that kind of stuff. It still is to an extent. Like all the worksheets and activities and crafts and things would revolve around holidays. So I think that's kind of why I'm so programmed that way. And I just love doing that. So fall crafts have just been making me so happy. Also, we have been just every possible day doing rounds in the parks. Like we have a handful of good parks in this town, and so we just go kind of rotate through them. We have actually had a fall this fall in Kansas. A lot of times it goes from winter to summer and summer to winter with like random days in the middle, but we've actually had a pretty nice fall. So the park rotations have been great. Now, non like kid related, I've been making physical to-do lists. Every single morning while I'm feeding Annie, I write down everything that I need to do today and then everything that I need to do like in the next foreseeable future, whatever that may be. And I've always had a to-do list on my phone, but I feel like having it physically and like physically writing it every morning has made me so much more accountable to it and so much more like satisfied when I cross it off. Like it's just having that physical to-do list, and typically I rewrite it every day. So the things that I didn't get done the day before, I will rewrite on the next day's list, and sometimes they'll move up to priorities or whatever. Having that physical to-do list has made me so much more productive, and I am loving it. The other thing that I did, which you can't really see, I have reorganized all of my bookshelves. So I will do a bookshelf tour at some point, but I have reorganized them. I got 3 new ones this month, and so I reorganized them. These shelves right here are my TBR shelves, and I went through all of them and went through Hoopla, Libby, Scribd, and Kindle Unlimited to see what I could get digitally. And so now one bookcase is full of things I cannot get digitally, and one is full of things I can get digitally. So that way, when I'm going to pick up a physical read, I am picking something that I can only do physically, since it is harder for me to do physical reading right now. I want to make sure that if I'm physically reading something, it's not something I could get digitally. That being said, my digital books, I will sometimes physically read if I do have the time, but I usually like to have one physical going and then one ebook or audio. So that's what I did, and it feels good. Next is mom hacks. So I don't know how many of you that watch are moms. I know a lot of you are moms of older kids. I don't know if there's any moms of like toddler age, but I figured I would go ahead and share some of my mom hacks for the month, just in case they can help anybody. So one thing I've done that is not new by any means is I got these little cookie cutters. I'll insert a picture because I forgot to bring any up. They're tiny, tiny, about this big, and I cut shapes into things. And I like those Pinterest moms that do these perfect lunch boxes. I don't think I'll do that, but like my daughter has never eaten cucumbers until I made cucumber flowers, and then she ate tons of cucumbers. So I'm really using it on foods that like she is kind of hesitant to try in the first place. I'm not doing like sandwiches and that kind of stuff because she'll eat a sandwich no matter what it looks like. So like I don't need to set that bar that high, but things like cucumbers and Like, she loves hummus, but she'll only eat hummus and pretzels. Otherwise, like carrots and stuff, she'll just like use it like a shovel or a spoon. She won't eat the actual vegetable. So the shaped things have really helped. The other thing that I have found that has really helped is making basketball out of unconventional things. So we have like some gravel kind of things outside of our house. And so I got a bucket, and she has been throwing rocks into the bucket as basketball. And just like even picking up toys, anything, if you can transport one thing from A to B and call it basketball, she will do it, and she'll be so excited about it. So making basketball out of non-conventional things is another hack. The other thing is just coloring sheets. Like today, of course, is Halloween. I don't know if I said that. Today is Halloween, so Halloween coloring sheets are easy. But she has been very into like rainbows. So do 1,000,000 rainbow coloring sheets. It's cheaper than buying a coloring book sometimes, because if I buy a whole rainbow coloring book, surely she's going to be done with it before she's going to be done with rainbows before she colors all the pictures. So if I just do 2 or 3 pictures, that keeps her entertained for a while. And then just also all the random crafts we've been doing. As like the weather gets colder, I'm really trying to have like an activity every day just for our both of our sanities, and that has really helped her like with just feeling accomplished. And she loves to work, and so having something planned for her has been awesome. So those are my mom hacks. I think those are all of my favorites for October. If there's any other category or anything that you guys want to see, let me know. I am happy to talk about anything. I can go on for days and days. This is obviously already a long video. So if you have read or listened to or anything, if you can comment on any of the stuff I talked about, please do. These are clearly my favorite things, so I love to talk to you guys about them. And thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.